Everybody, it's just reading dogs here. Just thought I'd have another look through these photographs that were taken back in the early days, and some of them from sites before they got messed with, touched about with the Jerusalem city wall, Armenian colony, Jerusalem. But look, there's one of them like rotunda things. It's in colours, and I imagine that, the blue and white and gold. Don't know if it is or not. And look at the aerials on the building there. They're not all telegraph, are they? They only need one, won't they? They only need one, and then run all the others off that, won't they? They want to have separate fancy things for each cable. Is that a motor vehicle? Sorry, when you touch it, it changes again. This to me looks like it would definitely be out of wood at some point. Oh, it goes mad when you touch it. Jerusalem, Dome of the Rock, about American colony. They love the domes and arches, don't they? There's that building, I can't work out what it is for the dome. There are spires everywhere and all. The weather vanes. Oh, the people, the black, well, they're not black, but they're black faced. They're not Europeans. That's for sure. That's a graveyard, I think, in Turkey. See, when Turkey become Greek, when the Greek become Turkey, and we have the Greco Empire, and the ancient Greeks, and the Greeks give us democracy and all these philosophers, and we'd only around for ages, and then the next thing is the Romans, who were the big guys in town, who started from a couple of wolves, boys brought up by a couple of wolves, and then the Christians rise up, and this mighty Roman Empire what can march in countries all over and convert them to their way of living. Can't deal with these people turning to this Christianity, so they have to adopt him. And in the 4th century, of my history, of what they tell us is correct, they adopted it into the church and took over it, and things have never been the same since, have they? That's how they're. I mean, everyone else is talking, I can't be bothered. That was a good picture, you see it? You see that? Toilet. Toilet, I want to see that picture close up. Right, blow it up. What's going on there? And there. What sort of building is that? cartoonist Turkish street scene. What's this boy doing in there? Sleep on it. That's the reason I look at the clarinets on top of that building and that facade of a wall. There's a door, of course, and there's the minaret. Other word. There's a man sleeping. Palmyra, Syria, Corinthian capital in the forum. Phoenix, corner Philly. That's strange. That's real strange, man. The size of people there compared to blocks. Watch wise up all the bigger pyramids. It all makes sense. All the men lay them bricks, whether they floated them as giant cranes, whatever, I don't care. Look at them. They ain't moving them at rate of one a minute, every 1 or 2 minutes, non-stop for 20 years. No matter how many millions of men he has, doesn't matter. You can only fit so many hands. Because he had 1 million men doesn't mean he had 1 million men could touch. This is weird, look at the eyes. That were real, man. The eyes getting in first, don't they? And the nose. Why does it shove that thing, doesn't it? Where it has something through its nose. That's not just a fucking sculpture in the desert, is it? Is it? Is it? Anyone who thinks a man carved that into the desert and then just fucking left it there is we have a history of what got started again. Everything got wiped out, we started again. We was just as advanced, if not more advanced, in a different sort of way. Says that guy to them watches. And then it goes up. That place, man. Only thing I think of that is water. Being underwater. And that getting raw, there's a way where it goes thin. It could have been domed roofs. And the water's misshaped them. Same with them. There we could be left with imprints. Or precipitation, where stuff's calcified. It swapped whatever materials or elements or atoms went into making it up, and the weight and the pressure of the water and the concentration of the elements within it have made the original ones, forced them out somehow, and there must be a process that happens, either man-made, God-made, whatever, flood-made, which can make this process happen over a short space of time. Look at the line across there, how straight that is. This is that stuff what's been man-built above in it. It's not been carved out of rock. I will keep repeating that, but it's not carved out of rock. Why would they bother putting a ceiling and putting a recess in and making it perfectly square to the fucking line? You could put a level across that from there, from the right hand side of it to the left hand side of it. You could put a level on that and that'd be square. That side would have two things, what were there, two structures already there, and all that's piled up behind it, volcanic ash, and it were built onto something, and it's all been covered in volcanic ash of some sort, and it's turned to stone, and all the original stuff's rotted away. 90% of it has parts of it have actually turned to stone, and the rest has like gone on the plug hole, so to speak. It's a fascinating area because it just shows you what. And people obviously in the years over have come along and used the rock and used the technology that they have now with stonemasonry to like turn it into homes, because it already was homes. It got misshapen and covered in that volcanic ash stuff that we see there. So they've come along, cleaned it all up with it, and cut stones out of all the bits and bats what were left lying around, and cut stones and moulded up and made the best of it, made it little houses, like you would. Look at that place at the top there. That was a concrete structure, and if there's any melting went on, it was of the metal in it. Well, I don't think it was melting, I think the metal just got sucked right out of it. I think the electromagnetics sucked the metal right out of it, and I think the immersion in water over such a period of time and temperature and pressure has misshapen the building. That's why there's no cracks in it, well, hardly, not as such. And you can also see the straight lines where they built the building originally, and it had girders in it and such. Same again, that was a massive huge building that's fallen apart, and people have tinkered with it since to make homes. As you see there, that was an advanced structure, I'm telling you. That was a highly advanced structure. Again, these have had a reason, these have had a function. Their roofs could have been added after. They're only thatch. They could have been added at any time. There again, signs of highly advanced structures. And certain materials have been stripped away by whatever event caused it. And then again, people tinker with it. You can tell it's been tinkered with. Obviously, put behind you can see where it hasn't been touched either. They could have been for anything, but they weren't just carved into the rock. Yeah, leave it at that. No, you're taking it. That's crazy, isn't it?